I can't be the only one who's noticed this. Everyone's starting to sound the same, act the same, think the same. I'm at this coffee industry event last month, and I swear I had the same conversation 15 times. Same buzzwords, same safe opinions, same rehearsed personality. These used to be the most interesting people I knew. Now, it's like they're all running the same software. If you've noticed this, you're not going crazy. Research shows that people's desire to be unique is at an all-time 20-year low. Even though we have more tools to express ourselves than ever, something's killing people's personalities. And I'm starting to see why. But I'm also seeing something else. What the few truly magnetic people are doing differently to stay real in a world that rewards fake. This whole thing starts in a prison, but not just any prison. Picture this, the Panopticon. Some philosopher named Bantham designed it in the early 1700s. One guard tower in the center, prisoner cells in a circle around it, no doors on the cells. Here's the twisted part. The guards can't actually see all the prisoners at once, but the prisoners never know when they're being watched, so they act like they're always being watched. They became their own guards. That prison, that's where we live now, except the guard tower is on everyone's phone, and we're all prisoners and guards at the same time. And I'm about to show you exactly why everyone's becoming the same. And more importantly, how to break free from the copy-paste epidemic that's killing your potential. Because here's what every entrepreneur needs to understand. When everyone's business looks the same, sounds the same, offers the same thing, nobody wins, except the one person brave enough to be different. So we're all in this digital panopticon now, and it's changing everything. Think about it. You can drop one too many drinks at a party on Saturday and become a global meme by Sunday. Say the wrong thing in a meeting, someone records it, and your career's over before lunch. I know guys who won't even tell jokes anymore. Too risky. Here's a wild stat. 49% of Gen Z says their online image is always in the back of their mind when they're out. 76% say they need to feel in control at all times. And I get it. Last year, I watched a buddy's coffee shop almost go under because someone posted a video of him having a bad day. Just one moment of frustration after dealing with equipment breaking, staff calling out sick, and a customer being unreasonable. Just 30 seconds of being human. Million views, business almost destroyed. So what do? We start editing ourselves. Every word, every move, every decision filtered through the how will this look if someone posts it. Just like those prisoners who didn't know when the guard was watching, we've internalized this surveillance. We're watching ourselves now. This goes way deeper than just not getting drunk at parties anymore. If we're constantly editing our behavior, constantly performing for an invisible audience, what happens to who we actually are? Because here's the thing, personality isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And that building process, it requires something that we're all too scared to do anymore. There's this psychologist, Erik Erikson, pretty much invented the study of identity. And he discovered something crucial. You don't just wake up with a personality, you build it through a specific process. In simple terms, it's 2 steps. First, you experiment like crazy. Then, you figure out what sticks. Erikson called this first part identity moratorium. Fancy words for fucking around and finding out. This is where you're supposed to try everything. Join that weird club, date the wrong person, start that band that sounds terrible, believe in things that turn out to be stupid. Dress like an idiot. When I was 19 years old, all my friends were doing the college thing. Parties, drinking, normal stuff. Me? I was driving to some sketchy boxing gym in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Every session, I'm getting destroyed by guys who learned to fight because they had to. I stuck with it for years. I eventually stopped because I wanted to protect my brain for my future. But that crazy phase, it taught me everything about pushing through discomfort, staying calm under pressure, respecting people from different worlds. I use those lessons every single day in business. That embarrassing experimentation, that's not a bug, it's a feature. It's literally how you figure out who you are. But here's the problem. Remember the digital panopticon? You can't experiment when you're always being watched. You can't try on different versions of yourself when each version might get screenshotted and saved forever. So what happens? People skip straight to what's pre-approved. They copy personalities that already work, that already get likes, that already feel safe. No experimentation means no real identity formation, just hollow copies of copies. And the research backs this up. That study I mentioned, it measured 3 things: not caring about others' opinions, willingness to break rules, and defending personal beliefs publicly. All 3 are tanking today. We're so worried about being cringe that we're choosing to be nothing instead. But here's the thing. The fear of standing out, it's not weakness, it's ancient programming. Back in caveman days, being different meant death. You do something weird, the tribe kicks you out. Then, you're saber-toothed tiger food. So every culture develops warnings against standing out. The Japanese have a saying, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. In Scandinavia, it's the law of Jante. Nobody's allowed to think they're special. In Australia, they call it tall poppy syndrome. You get too big for your boots, someone cuts you down. We keep inventing new ways to say the same thing because it's wired in our DNA. Standing out feels dangerous because most of human history, it was. But here's where your brain has outdated software. In today's world, standing out isn't what gets you killed. It's what gets you paid. The irony is brutal. We're all terrified of being different at the exact moment when being different is our biggest opportunity in history. Look at who's winning right now. It's not the people playing it safe. It's the ones who said, fuck it, to fitting in. I built my coffee company by doing everything wrong. Sleeping in parking lots instead of getting investors. Telling people about my failures instead of pretending everything was perfect. Being real about struggle instead of posting motivational quotes. Every advisor told me to be more professional. You know what professional would have gotten me? The same results as everyone else. The most magnetic people you know, they all have one thing in common. They turned what made them weird into what made them successful. So, how do you override this programming? How do you build a real personality when the world wants you to be vanilla? Here's what actually works. First tactic, speed run the haters. Most people spend years being terrified of judgment. You know what cures that? Getting judged by thousands of people until you realize it doesn't actually matter. Start creating content. I don't care if it's videos, writing, whatever. Put your real thoughts out there. Yeah, you'll get hate. Good. Every nasty comment is building your immunity. Every "you suck" is making you stronger. Most people take decades to stop caring about what others think. Content creation lets you speedrun that process in months. Second tactic, lean into your contradictions. The most magnetic people aren't consistent, they're complex. Mike Tyson, the most feared fighter in history, who talks with a lisp and raises pigeons, could have killed you in the ring, cares about his birds. Gary Vee, looks like he'd fire you for breathing wrong. All hustle, no emotions. Then he's hugging strangers and getting deep about his immigrant parents and what actually matters in life. Or Elon, literally the richest dude alive, halfway to $1 trillion, and he's shitposting memes of Bill Gates being pregnant at 2 a.m. Those contradictions aren't weaknesses to hide. They're what make you real. Find yours. What doesn't match about you, that's your edge. Third tactic, define your worldview before the world defines it for you. Sit down, write out what you actually believe. Not what sounds good, what you actually believe. Use the XYZ Y chain. I believe X. Why? Because of Y. Why? Because of Z. Keep going until you hit bedrock truth. Most people never do this. They just absorb whatever beliefs are floating around. Then wonder why they feel empty. Look, here's the reality. The world wants you to be safe, predictable, easy to categorize. It's more comfortable for everyone when you stay in your lane. But comfort is where personalities go to die. You've got 2 choices. Keep playing it safe, keep copying what works, keep being the same person as everyone else, or start taking the risks that actually build character. Create something and let people judge it. Own the weird contradictions that make you human. Define what you believe before someone else defines it for you. Because here's what I learned sleeping on those coffee sacks in Walmart parking lots. The things that make you different aren't bugs to fix. They're features to amplify. The market doesn't need another copy. It needs you, the real you, the one you're scared to show. Whether you're building a personal brand, launching a product, or growing a service business, your personality is your moat. It's the only thing your competitors can't copy. Every single person crushing it right now got there by being themselves when everyone said to be someone else. So drop a comment down below. What's one thing about you that doesn't fit? What contradictions are you hiding? What belief are you scared to share? Own it, because in a world full of copies, being yourself isn't just authentic, it's your competitive advantage. If you're ready to stop blending in and start building something real, I drop videos every week about turning who you are into what you do. Subscribe if you're part of the rebel crew that refuses to be another clone. The coffee's hot, your personality is waiting, time to let it breathe. But first, a quote I want to leave you with. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are.